EPA meteorologist Bobby Marches here with your outlook for November 12th, 2021. Winds of change are blowing in this morning with a cold front moving through the region. That's going to bring some heavy rain at times this morning and some gusty winds as a squall line associated with that front moves through the region. Before we get into the timing and impacts of that, we have today's video forecast sponsored by George's Quick Stop Cafe in Marshall's Creek, Pennsylvania. They are on Milford Road, which is also Route 209 in the Stroudsburg area of Monroe County. They are your one-stop shop for food, beer, wine, and fuel. They are George's Quick Stop Cafe, longtime sponsor and proud sponsor of the Friday forecast videos. So again, cold front moving through today. I don't think it's an all-day deal, though. Matter of fact, it won't be, okay? We're going to have this very quickly moving in west-east. This is a continuation what started overnight. There will be areas of heavy rain this morning at times with that squall line moving through, and I'm going to move this forward just so you can see how this is moving through. So it's pretty quickly going next to the coast. This is looking at 7 p.m. It's well off the coast at that point, okay? So you're going to have areas in the interior, at a minimum, have the sun come out rather quickly after this rain ends. So here is the NAM high-res future simulator radar. I'm going to start this off at 7 a.m. and this is 12Z, which is now 7 a.m. since we moved the clocks back. If you're following along with the time up here in the timestamp in the upper right-hand corner, again, this is universal time. So track 5 hours from this, that's the actual time. So 12Z is actually 7 a.m. So this is what the radar should look like, or pretty close to it at 7 a.m. And you move this forward, you can see the squall line here. This is where the heavier rain's going to lie, okay? So we're generally looking at about a ½ inch to an inch in total across the region as far as rain's concerned. But with this squall line here in Pennsylvania, west of the Delaware River, we're looking at some gusts with that line 30 to 40 miles per hour possible as that moves through, okay? And that's the strongest is going to be with this squall line, okay? This is low top convection, so I don't expect much, if any, lightning with it as it moves through. I've been reading stuff about from the Storm Prediction Center with their marginal risk they have over this area. They were inclusive of that just for strong winds in our area, approaching severe, not necessarily making it to severe levels, and I don't think we're getting to 58 miles per hour plus. Okay, even New Jersey, east of the Delaware River, I think it's going to strengthen a little bit and co-locate with that low-level jet. Even northern New Jersey might have some gusts that exceed 40. Get into the 40s, but I still don't think we're getting 58 miles per hour or greater for severe gusts. I just don't see that. Also, there's no tornado threat across our region. That is up over New England. A brief spin up would be up here over Connecticut, places like that up there to the northeast of our region. So that will not be an issue either. So this is just a quick moving squall line. You can see that here at, this is now looking at 9 a.m. Here's 10, here's 11. And here's noon. We're done in Pennsylvania as far as the rain's concerned, and the squall line has moved off the coast here at that point. We just have some residual showers behind that squall line to deal with into the early afternoon across New Jersey, but by 1, 2 o'clock, this is done. Done. Off the coast, okay? And going back here, I just want to move this over to a different perspective here with the cloud cover. See how that sharp cutoff here where this it's not too far behind the rain. So once the rain stops, you got about an hour of clouds and then full sun. And we should get a sunset everywhere in Pennsylvania, okay? And it come out the further west you go in Pennsylvania, it's going to come out a lot quicker. So if we get it to so here's looking at noon, and you can see where that where the line of clouds are. So everything west of there is already in full sun, and it's starting to peak here in our far eastern Pennsylvania locations at this point. But an hour later, it's out in full, and we're good. Okay, so we're back to the sun. So I know the sun's setting an hour earlier, you're losing that time. So areas further east in New Jersey might not get full sun, might get some breaks of sun before sunset occurs. Okay, so that's that. Going to take us back to the radar here, just so I don't lose track of what I was doing. And there we go. Okay, so this is 4 o'clock now, where it's way off the coast. So that's the expectations for this squall line as it moves through this morning. Squall line moves through, you're getting 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts in Pennsylvania, 40, maybe 45-ish in northern New Jersey as that line moves through. But again, that's going to be done there by early afternoon as well, before noon in Pennsylvania. is when the line is going to be out of. So it's just a morning thing, and that's it. So if you just deal with it this morning, you'll make up for this afternoon with a nice afternoon. However, here, let me show you the winds here. So this is also 7 a.m. Here, see this wind's 30 to 40 here, and we get into a little bit further than that. You're getting some gust here, generally around 40-ish, northern New Jersey, but I can't rule out that you might get an isolated gust here up in northern New Jersey. To 45. Okay. If you're looking at the highest wind gust here, the areas of elevation will do a little bit better since they're closer to that jet level. Okay. So the higher elevations will do a little bit better with the winds. You can get even in interior Pennsylvania, you might get a gust that hits 40 or maybe gets into the low 40s also in those areas of elevation until that front completely moves through. Okay. So that's that. Once that's beyond that, we have two systems coming at us. And the first of which is going to come in Saturday afternoon, okay? There's a few rain showers that are going to be associated with this, and if I keep moving this forward to look at Saturday, I'm going to change this to a precipitation type radar on purpose. Now, this isn't the snowmaker, really. The second one might be. Yes, snow, that's correct. Now, out here in Pittsburgh, in the Pittsburgh area, we have in western Pennsylvania, we have some snow on the map here, but by the time it gets over here, it's a little warmer further east, so we're just expecting rain showers here, but as that low passes, see, it's just rain showers. That's what we're dealing with on either side of noon and going into kind of mid-afternoon. So it's like a 4-hour window of time on Saturday, not a total washout for the entire day, but you see what happens is this passes and cold air gets wrapped into this. Parts of northeast PA could see some snowflakes here flying. I'm not sure about sticking. I don't think with this first one anyway, because it's during the day. It's still a little bit warmer, okay? Once Saturday is going to be a little cooler from high temperatures today, which will still be 60 to 64, but you see Saturday's 48 to 60. This is probably a little bit too warm for this. So you might see some snow falling because the upper levels are cold, but up in these higher elevations of the northeast PA, but that's about it. Probably not sticking there yet. The next one coming in, which is going to come in on Sunday night, that is the next one's a little bit more potent as I move this one forward. So that moves out. Sundays is a mix of clouds and sun, right? Here's this next potent shortwave moving through, and this is going to come through on Sunday evening and night, okay? And here is the European model, and it shows the snow across the northern tier again, a few rain showers further south, okay? But we get over the NAM. This is looking at Sunday afternoon. Now, there's a game here in Pittsburgh, a football game. The Pittsburgh Steelers are home playing against the Detroit Lions, and that'll be interesting to see if maybe toward the second half you get some snowflakes flying out there for that game. But this spreads eastward, and look at all that blue. Wow. All right, this is interesting. So this is looking at 10 p.m., and you got snow. It definitely in the interior. It's going all the way down to I-78 here on the NAM. I'm not sure if that's correct. It's something we're going to monitor over the weekend, certainly, or the next couple of days. But there is a potential here for, a quick inch or two of snow out of this as it moves through, especially over the higher terrain of northeast and north central Pennsylvania. I think further south, you might get some flakes all the way down to I-78 here if the NAM is correct, as you can see here. And then it quickly moves out after midnight overnight. So there is the opportunity to see our first snowflakes and maybe some minor accumulations of an inch or two or so up here in the northern country. So we'll continue to follow that over the next couple of days. That's a very interesting twist to the forecast. And we've been talking about it the last couple of days. It was kind of on again, off again. So we'll continue to follow. It's just a weak wave of low pressure, but it's a little more potent than it was shown yesterday. So you're getting a little bit of snow involved in this. And because it's coming in the evening and overnight, you have the opportunity for snow because it's a little colder. You don't have to worry about diurnal heating taking place and ruining it for you. And again, you're going to have upper level support with this as well, cold upper level. So it might be above freezing, but still snowing. If this is correct down here to I-78 like it's showing here. Marginal temperature, certainly at the surface, but it might be snowing even if it's like 38, 40 degrees, okay? Just because the upper levels are so cold. So we'll continue to follow those the next couple of days. It looks like once we get beyond this, though, Tuesday's just a cold but dry day. And then Wednesday, we're going to start warming up as this trough lifts out, and that's Wednesday and Thursday. And finally, we have a cold front moving through, and another reinforcing front coming through later on Thursday of next week, which we'll get into next week. I'm EPA meteorologist Bobby Marchus. That is your outlook for November 12th, 2021. Have a great Friday.